Ridiculous Crime is a production of iHeartRadio.
Elizabeth Dutton.
Zaron Burnett.
Nice to see
We
you.
meet again.
So we do.
How you doing?
I've got a question for you, and only you can answer this question.
All right.
Do you know it's ridiculous?
I do.
What?
When I was in my 20s, I loved wearing super platform high heels.
Okay.
Make me like 9 feet tall.
Okay.
It's fabulous. I can't do it anymore.
Uh-huh.
Just I don't have the patience. And also, it's just, we used to call them ankle breakers.
Yes.
Because like one false move.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it.
Misstep on the gutter.
You're toast. And I've had
a step on the club.
Oh, God. You just roll your ankle. I've had, ankle injuries subsequent, unrelated to platform high heels.
Okay.
And I've now just thought, it's ridiculous, high heels just in general, so I don't wear them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I saw another pair of ankle breakers.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone's been telling us.
Were they tempting you? You're like, well, maybe these could bring me back in the game.
No, I was repulsed.
Oh.
Because sometimes I see them. I'm like, man, I wish I were still 25, teetering around in those, acting a fool. No, not anymore. I saw these. Yes. A lot of people sent this to us. Oh, I saw it before I started getting all the emails forwarded to me and all the DMs. I saw it first.
So like Bass Pro Shop now has a chunky heel.
That would be amazing.
What is it?
Do you have $150?
Like on me?
That you could like loan to someone who would want these?
Yes.
Okay.
I can spot you on these.
These are Lego Crocs.
Wow.
That's what I'm showing you right now. I will have them put up on Instagram.
I actually know 2 people who would actually love those.
But these look like ankle breakers because they're so huge on the foot.
How tall is that support?
Look at this lady wearing them.
Oh, wow.
They're kind of platform.
But they're pretty broad.
And they're super broad, but I just feel like there's this narrow footbed, like a narrow little part where you sink your foot in, and it just looks like one false move, and then
it's all over.
And lights out London. They just look like 2 red Lego bricks.
Yeah.
And you shove your foot in there, and it has
loaves of bread.
You know something though? Everything you've ever dreamed of building begins with the Lego brick clog, according to Lego.
Wait, run that by me one more time.
Everything you've ever dreamed of building.
Okay, I got that phrase. Everything I've ever dreamed of building
begins in the Lego brick clog.
What?
Introducing a new.
How did these go together?
Introducing a new and imaginative silhouette, constructed with the playfulness of Crocs. Now, okay, that's debatable. And the boundless creativity of the Lego brick. It's fun footwear that inspires you to build, rebuild, and reinvent what makes you.
Wait, do you build the shoe? Can you take apart the shoe? Is it a bunch of Legos?
No, because I thought, well, what if you stack a bunch on it and make your own platforms?
Yeah,
no,
like barefoot stepping on a Lego socks, but what if the whole shoe is Lego?
They don't have the holes in the bottom. Like, it's just the little brick thing on the top.
Okay.
I looked, trust me.
Yeah, of course.
Each oversized pair features 4 studs stamped with the Lego logo. A pivotable heel strap for a more secure fit, and a faux anti-stud sole. Accompanying this unique pair of collector clogs is a Lego minifigure with 4 pairs of their own Lego brick clogs.
What?
Think of them as your partner for anywhere your creativity takes you. So, we're telling the kids, go ahead, fall in love with a computer, and then now you're in love with a little Lego that dresses like you.
That's the better half.
It's ridiculous.
That is 100% ridiculous. Why do you do
Lego
this to
clogs.
me?
Why do I do this? Now, if you go online, they're not available yet. They come out like mid-February.
Oh, they're hyping them. They're letting you know.
Yeah.
Drops coming.
Luckily, they come in a men's 13.
So I can
which
get
is
some.
Terrifying. With those things bearing down on you, you're like walking at night and you hear flap, flap,
some
flap.
Frankenstein feet.
Just some big dude in a pair of Lego Crocs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Did you hear I couldn't even pronounce Frankenstein correctly? I said Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Yeah, I keep wanting to call them Lego clogs because I don't want to admit the existence of Crocs.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
I thought it was a whole branding issue. Like, we couldn't get Crocs to totally sign on.
Oh, no, they signed on.
Yeah, I know. I caught that
There's
later.
wedded bliss going on.
Yeah,
no,
it was like a whole...
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for that.
You're
was
welcome.
ridiculous. You know what else is ridiculous,
My work here has done what?
Well, imagine that you work for years and years and years for a chance to play in the NFL.
That's me.
But what if you don't make it?
That's also me.
One option, of course, crime.
Well, not me.
This is Ridiculous Crime, a podcast about absurd and outrageous capers, heists, and cons. It's always 99% murder-free and 100% ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Elizabeth, it's Super Bowl week. You excited?
Is it?
Do you have money riding on the game?
Yeah, I put bets on everything. Like someone named Devontae is going to hurt themselves. I put $50 on that.
You got a prop bet on Devontae's.
Yeah, all the Devontaes. Uh-huh. And then I also made a bet on someone kicking the ball like really far.
So like a 70-yard field goal?
I don't know, like 15 feet. Okay. That's a long way
is your nephew doing these prop bets with you?
No, the guy down on the corner.
Okay.
I go up to ask him, and he's like, give me the money and I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, we made a bet. It's good. Yeah, I'll see you later.
It's perfect.
Well, to celebrate the Super Bowl in our ridiculous crime way, today I have some NFL related.
Are you excited for the Super Bowl?
I am.
Who's in it?
It is the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots.
Okay, the New England Patreon.
The Patriots. So it's Seahawks Patriots.
Is Ted Bundy, what's his name, who's still the quarterback?
Who?
Ted Brady?
Tom Brady? No. Now it's a new young kid named Drake May, who some people believe was cloned from Tom Brady due to this. It's a whole story. You can look online. There actually are people who believe he was cloned because of some blood that was donated by Tom Brady at the time of his birth or around like 10 months before his birth.
Does everyone say to this guy, say Drake?
They should, though.
Constantly.
So...
I like that I uncovered a conspiracy theory.
Of course,
here.
you found one real quick, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ted Brady.
Now, these NFL-related heists did not occur while they were active players, but rather what they did after their NFL careers.
Oh, okay.
Elizabeth, before we get deep into crime as a secondary career path for after the NFL, first I want to tell you a little fun crime anecdote.
Okay.
It's fun because it involves two things I love, the pizza delivery business and Illinois state politics.
Blagojevich.
So, totally. Elizabeth, as you know, for a number of years, I delivered pizzas.
Yes, you've told me about that.
And sister, I learned a lot about people. Now, I never got robbed, but I did think it was a possibility a number of times. Mostly what you hear about, what I always feared happening was getting a call for what's called an appointment robbery. That's where you have some folks order food, and when you get there, they rob you.
Yeah.
Right? So this doesn't happen so much anymore but back when I delivered pizza, people still paid in cash.
Yeah,
or at least they
gave
cash tips, even if they did their credit card over the phone.
Right.
So I carried a lot of cash on me, especially on Friday nights, Saturday nights, and towards the later hours of the night, like right before closing, I've got maximal cash on me.
Right.
So... honestly, I think I would have made a great target for a robbery. That's what I'm saying. Like, these people missed out. Anyway, like I had hundreds and hundreds on me, sometimes thousands. But they Oscar week in LA.
They took one look at you and they said, "That's not a man to mess with."
No, I had some strange offers, but none of them are give me all your money.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I met a guy whose credit card said Saul Hudson, and I was like, "Wait a minute, you're Slash."
Stop!
I swear to God, yeah, in the Four Seasons Hotel, I delivered him. Yeah, he had Jack Daniels on the table behind him. That was the other indicator. I was like, "Oh, this is still drinking."
Kidding me.
So anyway, that's the general shape of how robberies go, right? Is like you show up, you got cash. Now, I know you're not a huge football fan, Elizabeth, but you may recognize this name since he played for the Raiders.
Okay.
He was a linebacker. His name is Napoleon Harris.
It's vaguely familiar.
Well, after his playing career was over, Napoleon Harris was smart with his money. Good on him. He invested in a few pizza franchises in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah.
Restaurants called Beggar's Pizza. Mm-hmm. They did well, apparently. And so not only that success, he also ran for and was elected to the Illinois State Senate.
No way.
Yeah, by all measures of post-playing life, he was a success.
Napoleon Harris. What a name.
Then he became a superhero crime fighter.
Oh, really?
The story goes, he was at one of his Beggar's Pizza restaurants. Terrible name, by the way. Beggar's Pizza.
Anyway. You can't be choosers.
Yeah, totally. We got the can't be chooser special, the lunch special. So it was almost closing time. He tells his delivery driver he could go home. He doesn't need to worry about the last orders. If they came in, he'd deliver them himself, which he did when he got a late delivery.
That's weird.
He drives out into the night with multiple pizzas, pocket full of cash for the transaction. When he arrives at the address, what happens? He finds it's a vacant, abandoned home.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was a bad sign. But who knows? Maybe some squatters ordered pizza. Let's be
no
charitable.
No judgment.
So when he approaches the house, 4 young men emerge from the dark of night, and they do not have money ready. They instead ask for his money. They're like, "Give me all the money, man." And so I assume they also asked for the pizza. It's like, "We'll take the pizza and the money, man." But anyway, that pizza part wasn't in the news stories I read. I just assumed everyone just skipped past it.
Well, yeah,
detail.
but I mean, it's just pizza's right there.
Totally. So the one problem for the 4 wannabe stick-up artists is that the pizza guy, the delivery man, was a 37-year-old former NFL linebacker.
Yeah.
Who stood 6'3" and 250 pounds. Now, if we put that in terms of our preferred measurement of Bo Jackson's, he was 2 inches taller than Bo and 10 pounds heavier than Mr. Jackson. Yeah. So this did not stop the wannabe bandits. They tried to put Napoleon Harris in a chokehold. It was 4-on-1, but the former NFL linebacker, surprise, surprise, shook them off like, get off me, like fleas off a dog's back. So at this point, one of the wannabe stick-up bandits decides, I'm going to throw hands with this man.
Are you kidding?
I swear to God. He's like,
had they been drinking?
He hit Napoleon Harris with everything he had right in the face.
Oh, good luck.
And I found this quote from the police department spokesperson who later told the press, and I quote, Napoleon never moved. He just looked at him like Hulk Hogan. And from that, the guys knew that we better get out of here because we can't keep this guy down. So
they didn't know that like his job used to be getting hit in the head repeatedly, like he was working on the business end of like a front panel of a Chevy S10.
Totally.
Just
violence was his profession.
And over. Yeah.
Usually he delivered it, but he also had to take some blows.
Sure.
So like, those running backs, those big boys will hit you, right?
That's right.
Now, when this pizza robbery fails, for obvious reasons, the 4 men run for their lives, right? The former NFL linebacker, he chases after them. But there are 4 of them, so they're like going in different directions, but they all converge on they made it to their Chevy Tahoe.
Oh, that was close.
You were close. And they sped off into the night. Now, Napoleon Harris then focused on the license plate. He memorizes the license plate, and he calls 911. Since they have the license plate number, the local police search for the car. They eventually find it. The 4 stick-up kids are long gone. The police search the vehicle. They find blood that belonged to a missing man in Atlanta.
Oh.
Cops were able to use that info to not only find all 4 stick-up kids, they also solved the murder of the missing man. So well done, Napoleon Harris.
Oh, my God.
Actual crime fighter.
Yeah,
so he's doing
a hero.
2 in 1. It's a dinner special. He's like, I'll solve 2 crimes.
Stealing tips from his employees by taking the last run of the night, but still.
I think as a former delivery driver, that's really nice.
That is nice.
When your manager's like, I'll if anyone calls in from the, I used to be a professor at the Hollywood Hills. It's like, you don't want to go back up there. I'm like, I do not want to go back up there.
Yeah.
They don't tip. Now, on one side of the equation, after the NFL, you become a crime-fighting superhero. That's one choice, right? Naturally, there is the other side. You can become a criminal mastermind.
Either one, yeah. Or, somewhere in between.
Well, I got another quick question for you. Yeah. Do you know about the pressures of life after the NFL? Like, if you had to guess, how long do you think the average NFL playing career lasts?
It's not long. What, like 4 years?
That's really close. According to the NFL Players Association, the average playing career in the NFL lasts 3.3 years.
I have a friend who played for the Raiders.
Yes, And
he, he and his wife were so careful with their money while he was playing. And they lived really frugally.
Modestly, yeah.
They had an apartment. And they drove like a little Honda, which was really funny to watch him get in and out of. And, they just invested everything.
I do love big men in a little car.
Yeah, because he knew I don't have a lot of time with this. Now,
smart.
He's a super smart guy. He's done a lot of like writing and stuff like that for the football sense. But he also you have that short amount of time and you think, they make all this money, but
limited earning power.
He is so damaged.
Oh yeah, your body then afterwards.
Oh my God, just the pain and the constant surgeries and rehabilitation for it. So I know it's not a long run that they get.
Yes. Now, according to the National Bureau of Economic Research, 78% of players will be broke within 3 years of retiring from football.
Oh, I could totally see that because there were a lot of guys on the team when he was on it where it was just like they spent and they gave money to family and friends.
That's the big thing.
And they weren't wise with it.
Well, you're suddenly earning more than almost everyone else in your family, so of course they're going to come to you if they have problems, and then you want to help them because what are you not going to do? Not help them?
And you don't say, look, this is a lot of money, but it's got to last me for the rest of my life.
I need to make this. Yeah. So to make matters worse, about 15.7% end up filing for bankruptcy within 12 years of quitting pro football.
12 years.
Yeah. So, and you already mentioned the damage that they do to their bodies that they got to pay for.
Yeah.
So this is all kind of a bummer. So let's switch sports for a second, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Do you know who Archibald Wright Graham is?
No.
You may recognize him from his nickname, Moonlight Graham.
No.
I bet you know. Newspapers of the day claimed he was called Moonlight Graham because of his speed, but other sources, they suggest it might be due to him moonlighting as a medical student while he was in the minor leagues.
Medical student.
Yeah, and the story of Moonlight Graham is that he played in just one game in the major leagues. In that one game, he had just one at-bat. But decades later, at that one at-bat, captured the imagination of this writer I love. I've mentioned him in the past. His name is W.P. Kinsella. And he wrote a book called Shoeless Joe, which was later turned into a movie called Field of Dreams.
Right.
I assume you've seen that movie.
Yes, I have.
So what's your third favorite part of Field of Dreams?
I think when they're in the field and they're having dreams. It was so good.
That was probably
that scene was so good.
My favorite part is, thanks for asking, Elizabeth, is Burt Lancaster as the aged Moonlight Graham. Do you know it was his final film performance?
I did not know that.
Yeah. Anyway, Burt Lancaster, he makes this seeming tragedy of Moonlight Graham's life come into vivid relief. Why? He's such a good actor. He just radiates warmth and this kindly old doctor in this little town, and he explains his lifetime of service versus his one day in the sun as a major leaguer.
Yeah.
Now, the real story is Moonlight Graham was called up to the New York Giants from their farm system on June 29th, 1905. Giants were facing the Brooklyn Superbas, which later would be the Brooklyn Dodgers.
The Superbas.
Which would later be, so it was the bottom of the eighth inning, and Moonlight Graham, he's brought into the game to replace the right fielder. The next inning, in the top of the ninth, Moonlight Graham, he's next to bat. He's there in the on-deck circle, swinging to the bat, waiting, and the pitchers come up to bat ahead of him. That's the guy who's like at the plate. Pitcher takes a swing at a ball, pops it up, ball gets caught. Third out, switch sides. So he never gets to bat. So bottom of the ninth, Moonlight Graham trots back out there. He gets to be in right field. Ball is never hit out to him. Game over. He never got to chase down a pop fly, nothing. Never got to take an at-bat. Played that one inning. After that, he gets sent back down to the minors.
Oy.
Right? That's his whole major league career.
That's sum total.
Now, that same year, he graduated from the University of Maryland, Doctor of Medicine. He soon moved to Chisholm, Minnesota, started practicing medicine for the local townsfolk. No more Moonlight Graham. Instead, he becomes Doc Graham. Right? Decades later, 1975, W.P. Kinsella, he's perusing the baseball encyclopedia. He sees this entry for Moonlight Graham, and so he goes, this guy's great. He adds his character to this novel he's writing about this magical time machine cornfield in Iowa that allows baseball players to cross back and forth over from the other side and play baseball on this baseball diamond inside the magical cornfield.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what? If you build it, they will come.
Exactly. Now, the novel, Shoeless Joe, gets turned into the film, obviously Field of Dreams, in which then stars Burt Lancaster, as old Doc Graham, as I said, and he's incredible in this part. In the movie, Kevin Costner travels to Chisholm. He through other explained magical means. I guess his VW is also a time machine. I don't know how it works. Maybe he just slips through the veil of time on his own. Either way,
why not?
He meets old Doc Graham back when he was still alive, and then he asks him about this one inning in the major leagues. Now, Elizabeth, I have a special surprise for you, but first, I think we should take a break.
I think that's a good idea.
And then when we get back, we're going to get into some ridiculous crime theater play.
Oh.
And we're back, Elizabeth.
Yay.
So I promised you some ridiculous crime theater play.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a little bit,
I want you to indulge me.
When have I not?
I'd like us to do a dramatic recreation of that scene when Kevin Costner offers a trip to his magical time machine cornfield back in Iowa.
Okay.
With that outfield wall of corn, right? It's I don't know. Somehow people are able to come back, but it's like a dimensional wall between the living and the dead.
The liminal zone.
Right? But also it's only for certain ball players, like professional ball players, but then his dad can come through. So maybe it's just men who love baseball. The rules of the cornfield are not exactly clear to me, but in terms of who gets to come back from the other side of death. Anyway, great scene. Ray Kinsella, old Doc Graham. So you'll be Kevin Costner as Ray Kinsella. I'll be Burt Lancaster as Doc Graham. So one last thing. In the movie, they say it's the last day of the season. That's how it really happened. But it was actually during the middle of the season. So, but we'll just say, never let the truth get in the way of a good story, Elizabeth.
Never.
So
how am I playing this? Am I trying to actually be Kevin Costner for you?
Yeah, I want you to be Kevin Costner, girl. You can do yeah, you got to read some Kevin Costner at me. So, our So Ridiculous Crime radio play. Producer D, can you give us a little small town at night background, maybe some footsteps?
When you got to the majors, you played only one inning of one game. what happened that inning.
That's the voice you're doing.
Yeah, it's totally the voice I'm doing.
It was the last day of the season, bottom of the 8th inning. We were way ahead. I'd been up with the club for 3 weeks. I hadn't seen any action. Suddenly, old John McGraw points a bony finger in my direction, and he says, "Right field." I jumped up like I was sitting on a spring, grabbed my glove, and ran out on the field.
Did you get to make a play?
They never hit the ball out of the infield. The game ended. Season was over. I knew they'd send me back down. I couldn't bear the thought of another year in the minors, so I decided to hang them up. Go on, sit down.
Thank you. So what was that like?
It was like coming this close to your dreams and then watching them brush past you like a stranger in a crowd. At the time, you don't think much of it. We don't recognize our most significant moments while they're happening. Back then, I thought, well, there'll be other days. I didn't realize that was the only day. And now, Ray Kinsella, I want to ask you a question. What's so interesting about half an inning that would make you come all the way from Iowa to talk to me about it 50 years after it happened?
I didn't really know till just now, but I think it's to ask you if you could do anything you wanted. Don't laugh.
Sorry.
If you could have a wish.
And you're the kind of man who could grant me that wish?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Well, you know, I never got a bat in the major leagues. I'd have liked to have had that chance, just once, to stare down a big league pitcher, stare him down, then just as he goes into his windup, wink. Make him think you know something he doesn't. That's what I wish for. The chance to squint at a sky so blue that it hurts your eyes just to look at it. To feel the tingle in your arms as you connect with the ball. To run the bases, stretch a double into a triple, and then flop, face first into third. Wrap your arms around the bag. That's my wish, Ray Kinsella. That's my wish. Is there enough magic out there in the moonlight to make this dream come true?
Ooh, what would you say if I said yes?
I think I'd actually believe you.
Well, sir, there's a place where things like that happen, and if you want to go, I can take you.
This is my most special place in all the world, Ray. Once a place touches you like this, the wind never blows so cold again. You feel for it as if it was your child. I can't leave Chisholm.
I understand, I do, but I really think you're supposed to come with us.
No.
But your wish.
It'll have to stay a wish. I was born here. I lived here. I'll die here, but no regrets.
50 years ago, for 5 minutes, you came within, you came this close. It would kill some man to get so close to their dream and not touch it. God, they'd consider it a tragedy.
Son, if I'd only gotten to be a doctor for 5 minutes, now that would have been a tragedy. I better be getting home. Alicia will think I got a girlfriend. Now, thank you for indulging me with that, Elizabeth.
Welcome. You're so welcome.
As fun as that was for me, I have a very real reason for us to do that scene.
Yes.
It was table setting, emotional table setting.
Yes.
Because imagine if someone, a professional athlete.
Well, I mean, just sorry to interrupt.
Sure.
But I think that I really transported people to that moment in that film.
You rendered it.
I mean, it was like, people were like, did they just take the audio from the movie? Is that legal?
Like, is Zaron talking over the audio?
Did they get the
and you
the
just had
licensing?
Kevin Costner. Like, that's expensive. You can't get Kevin
you
Costner
know me
cheap.
and my impressions.
It still smells like Kevin Costner in here. How did you do
It
that?
always smells like Kevin Costner.
That was the impressive part. Not only did you sound like him, you smelled like him.
It smells like pizza, that's why.
So I want you to do me a favor and imagine someone, a professional athlete. And imagine they didn't have an Alicia. They didn't have the children of Chisholm, Minnesota. They didn't have a medical practice. They didn't have that meaning in their life.
Sure.
Now imagine if that person, he had that same one inning in the sun moment in his life.
Yeah.
What might he do after that moment if he lacks that same sense of purpose?
I don't know.
Well, he just might turn to crime, right?
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
Elizabeth, that's what happened to Devin Aguilar. Only his sport wasn't baseball, it was football. So Devin Aguilar, at one time, he was a kid just hoping he might one day play in the NFL, and he was good. Like, I'm talking, he was an EA Sports second-team All-American prospect.
Oh.
He was an All-Colorado Offensive Player of the Year when he was a senior. Denver Post, they named him Offensive Player of the Year for Colorado, for the whole state.
Whole state.
Not only that, sports writer Bruce Devlin from the Denver Post, he added him to the likes of legends of Denver High, local high school sport greats, right? He was named as first team wide receiver for the Denver Post All-Colorado team from 1980 to 2006.
Well, hell.
Right? 26
Put
years
him in the Super Bowl.
Denver sports. Now, he did lead his team to the state championship game 3 straight years.
Okay, good for him.
Right? They won 1, lost 2. My point is, kid's a legend. He's also a star basketball player. He's just a natural-born athlete.
Yeah.
When he was headed off to the college football market, he was the number 4 recruit in the state of Colorado. Top wide receiver prospect in the nation. He decides to go to the University of Washington.
Okay.
It was his first year, he was an all Pac-10 honorable mention. In his senior year, he earned honorable mention again for the newly named all Pac-12.
Yeah.
They added a couple teams before they dissolved the Pac-12. Anyway, he ended his college career as the number 7 wide receiver in all of University of Washington's history for both receptions and yards. After his senior year, it looked like Devin Aguilar was headed off to the pros, to the limelight, the NFL, the big show. Indeed, this does happen. Devin Aguilar, he goes to the NFL Combine. He demonstrates his talents before all the NFL scouts.
He razzled. He dazzled.
Oh, you know it, girl. And he later signed, but did not get drafted by the Tennessee Titans. So he was an undrafted rookie.
That always sounds like a fake team to me.
Undrafted rookies?
The Tennessee Titans.
Oh, the Tennessee Titans. I was too literal. With the very last one.
Doesn't it sound fake?
Tennessee, yeah. It also kind of looks fake. It looks like a movie or like a Canadian football team. Like
what are they trying to hide?
They're Houston Oilers past.
Let's be real.
Yeah. So at this point, here comes the 2012 season, Elizabeth. You know how there's the preseason games before the regular season?
Sure, if you say so.
Well, for rookies, this time is vitally important. Sometimes you need to win your spot on the team. You need to show what you can do, what value you bring to your team. So Devin Aguilar's whole deal in the summer of 2012 is show them what you can do, who you are, make the team, right?
Yeah.
Because he comes on as an undrafted.
Was he like showing up with boxes of cupcakes?
Hey, guys.
He had like dance routines.
Greg, I remember you like the carob chips, not chocolate. So at this point, he's on the Tennessee Titans professionally. He's in training camp getting ready for the preseason game. Some sports writer from the local press puts out a story with the headline, Tennessee Titans complete 2012 NFL preseason and training camp guide. And in this, he talks about the team's potential, their matchups, their key additions in the offseason, and of course, there's reviews of the rookie players. What did he say about Devin Aguilar?
Hubba, hubba.
The sports writer sums up his potential as wide receiver Devin Aguilar. Aguilar has very limited skills and is not blessed with the speed someone of his size needs to make it in the NFL. He has almost no chance of making the final roster.
Rude.
Right? Like, how brutal is that? Remember, this player was one of the best ever in his state. He goes off to college. He went off to have a somewhat illustrious college career.
What's the point of that? That's just rude.
But can you imagine if they published reviews like that for regular, everyday jobs?
No.
You go to a website and you can read summations of your coworkers, your friends, yourself, anyone you know.
Oh, no.
It's like Elizabeth Dutton. Anyway, so I mean, how brutal. I was thinking about that for professional athletes.
We have that. Look on Apple Podcast reviews.
I guess so.
There it is.
That's a good point. So
we do have
this is the assessment for Devin Aguilar. So he needs to step it up, change minds in minicamp before the preseason game. So the next month is in July in a story with the title, Coach Munchik's Saturday training camp report, right? The coach answers the sports writer's questions about the health and the status of all his players, especially this rookie Devin Aguilar. And he specifically says, head coach Mike Munchik says in regards to Aguilar that he had this injury at this point to his quote, hamstring. He got that, just a slight one, so he missed today. He hurt it a little out here the first couple of days. The rookies were here doing some things. Just felt a little pull. Hopefully he'll be a guy that will miss maybe one more day and be out on Monday. So this is the football culture.
That doesn't bode well to get hurt on your first day.
Yeah, pull a hammy. You got a couple days. You better be out here and be at the level of impressing me to stay on the team.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Not just be able to run and do the stuff.
Can we bring you anything?
Yeah.
We need to...
So the preseason games come along. August 11th, 2012, Titans travel to face the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh.
Devin Aguilar is back in Washington State, baby, playing football professionally. Now he's playing before 65,689 fans.
That's crazy.
Decent for a preseason game.
Yeah.
Now, Devin Aguilar, he gets targeted once in the game as a wide receiver. He catches that one pass. He picks up 1 yard after the catch, but the total is a 12-yard gain, so he gets a first down. First down for the team. Yay.
Yeah.
Now, the next week, August 17th, Tennessee Titans, they go down to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida to face the Buccaneers in a preseason game, Elizabeth.
Bucks.
In the second quarter, Devin Aguilar, he's on a kickoff team. The kicker boots the ball. It's a good kick, 65 yards. The return man, Michael Smith, decides decides to return the kickoff. He runs out, and he gets tackled by, you guessed it, Devin Aguilar.
Look at Devin.
He's doing special teams at this point. Now, the next week, Tennessee Titans, they face the Arizona Cardinals. Devin Aguilar didn't record a single meaningful statistic in that game.
But he was there. He gave his all.
He brought his presence, which was a gift.
There it is.
Now, at the end of the preseason games, the Tennessee Titans, they settle on their starting lineup of wide receivers. They got Nate Washington, Damian Williams. Their backups are going to be Kendall Wright, Kenny Britt, Lavelle Hawkins, Michael Preston. Now, Devin Aguilar, James Kirkendall, and DJ Woods.
So he made it.
At the end of the preseason games, yes. So the Chicago Tribune offers their assessment of this roster depth, writing that, quote, the Titans have 4 players they really like here, especially if they can count on Britt. Washington was a late bloomer, while Williams will hold a spot until top pick Wright or Britt is ready to start. Hawkins will have to fight for time at number 5. You hear whose name I didn't say, Elizabeth?
Yeah.
That's right, Devin Aguilar.
Well, it could have been worse. They could have ripped into him like he's pointless.
That's what they did at the beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's the 29th of August. 2 days later, the Tennessee Titans, they released their final 53-man roster.
Okay.
Guess whose name was not on that list?
Oh.
That's right, Devin Aguilar.
Oh, God.
First year undrafted free agent, played a couple preseason games. He had that one catch for 12 yards.
Right.
Gets a first down. He had that one tackle on a kickoff. And like that, his whole professional football career is done.
Did he graduate from college, or did he do the thing where he left before graduation?
I have to admit, I never looked that up.
I'm
Elizabeth.
just wondering.
I know you as a former college professor.
What's he gonna do
wonder
now?
about that.
I hate when they.
At this point, he's the Moonlight Graham of football. He's just out there. He didn't even get a full.
But Moonlight Graham was in med school.
Yes, this is true. So what does he do next? Well, I tell you, he didn't become a doctor. After his time in the sun, he fell hard. Fast forward to 2021, it's 9 years later.
Yeah.
I can also tell you that by age 35, Devin Aguilar was underemployed and in a May-December relationship, and he was the May part.
Oh, I love that.
His girlfriend was 54-year-old Fawn Huya. I don't know much about her or the true depth of their relationship, but I do know, rather importantly, that she worked as a teller for a business that handled the transport of cash deposits for local pot businesses in the state of Colorado.
Oh, seriously? Yeah. Did she groom him?
So one day, this couple decides, I think it would be a good idea to rob her employer.
Yeah, she groomed him.
So now they weren't total amateurs about it. They treated their planned robbery like it's a full-time job. Devin, according to how it all shakes out, had Fawn walk around and record her day at work. She recorded research videos, right? So This allowed Devin to create blueprints of the building and detailed plans for the robbery,
Smart.
how he'll get into the garage, how he'll get out. Now, Fawn's recording all this on her phone, right? Now, I suppose it was for studying later or maybe just comparing to reality, but what I don't understand is that she also recorded the blueprints that he was making. She took pictures of those. She took pictures of different drawings. So there's a whole compendium of all of their research
in case they lost the hard copies and then they could text them.
It's in the cloud. They can just
That's so
retrieve
true.
it.
They'd make a Google Doc.
As Sergeant Brett Cohn of the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Department would later describe it, quote, they had planned this for 6 months. They even knew the exact day to hit when the most amount of money was going to be coming in. It was orchestrated perfectly. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Sounds like it.
So what's the story of this perfectly orchestrated crime,
yes,
Elizabeth?
What is the story, Zaron?
I'm so glad you asked. Elizabeth, close your eyes.
We get a double. Ooh, my eyes are closed.
I want you to picture it. It's December 1st, 2021. Although it's a December day, the weather is not a wintry mix of wind and snow. Instead, it's a reasonably warm day with temperatures in the low 40s. That will matter to one man. His name is Devin Aguilar, and he has big plans for today. But then again, Elizabeth, so do you. You are currently at work driving a transport van loaded with the cash deposits you've collected from local pot businesses. It's been a busy day, plenty of cash. After making your rounds, you're now on your home stretch on your way back to the cash transport's garage, where you'll unload the cash deposits, tabulate the amounts, confirm them against the reported amounts, and then you'll be done for the day. You plan to go to the movie theater to catch the new release, Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. You don't care that one movie reviewer said that Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City was, quote, empty-headed good fun that's blessedly under 2 hours and has just enough character development to make you kind of care when someone gets bitten. You also don't care that another reviewer wrote that, quote, the director Roberts clearly establishes the hauntingly depressed industrial environment of Raccoon City while methodically spacing out his zombie attacks, which, while not especially innovative at times, put a pit in your stomach like the Resident Evil games do. You love the Resident Evil games, and thus you can't wait until you're seated with your popcorn, ready for the opening credits of Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. That may explain why when the garage doors open, you casually pull inside and you don't notice the man dressed in all black wearing gloves and a mask to hide his face who slips in right behind you. But when he runs up on you as you step out of the van, that's suddenly all you can see. Well, that and the gun he's shoving in your face. He tells you to act cool. Then he hands you 2 black trash bags and tells you to open the back of the van and start filling the bags. When he cocks the action on the gun, you nod and do as instructed. You open the doors of the van and begin filling the 2 black trash bags with all the cash you have in the van. It takes you a few minutes to load the $1,224,785. Since it's all profits from pot businesses, the $1.2 million is a mix of different denominations. Once all the money is shoved into the 2 trash bags, the masked man grabs them from you. He quickly tucks his gun. He hefts the awkward weight up onto his shoulders, and he runs out of the garage. You watch him go and realize you're not going to get to the movie theater tonight. You're going to be stuck answering questions from the police and your boss about this stupid robbery. Darn it, you really wanted to go see Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. You still don't care that one movie reviewer said it was a movie, quote, totally bereft of a visual distinction or creative personality that often made its predecessors intriguing diamonds in the rough. He just really wanted to escape to Raccoon City and enjoy mindless zombie kills. So much for that. Okay. And that, Elizabeth, is how this masterminded robbery was pulled off. But how it ends is truly the ridiculous part.
No, Raccoon City is ridiculous.
Because after what all you saw just go down occurring in that garage, there was this one tiny hiccup for the masked man with the 2 trash bags of cash over his shoulders. Something you actually didn't end up witnessing.
Yeah.
So what happens next? Great question, Elizabeth.
What happens next?
After these messages, I'll tell you, and we'll see how this nearly perfect caper comes undone. And we're back, Elizabeth.
We are back.
You ready now to hear how this nearly perfect robbery came undone?
Yes.
Well, even though Devin Aguilar was a former NFL player, however short his career was, he wildly miscalculated his own strength and how much $1.2 million weighs.
Well, that's a lot.
Yeah, Devin Aguilar stood 6'1". He weighed 190 pounds.
So he's like 80% of a Bo Jackson.
Yeah, he's 50 pounds less than a Bo Jackson. So just put it that way. 50 pounds less muscle. So as he fled with his stolen loot, he soon discovered, much to his shock and dismay, that he couldn't shoulder the $1.2 million and he'd run off into the woods with it. So there's really like, what am I supposed to do now?
Wait.
Yeah. I guess he'd never looked into how much $1.2 million would weigh or like anywhere near that amount.
It never crossed his mind to have
let's train, let's practice with some like laundry bags, run up a sandy hill with laundry bags.
Yeah, exactly. Like what's the volume of this and how am I going to move this into a vehicle?
Remember, perfectly planned robbery except for the getaway. Once again, they're like, well, everything will work out. It's all downhill once you get the money.
As long as I've got that cash.
No, brother, the part that's most important is getting away with it. Like you want
that is a lot of money too.
Yes.
That's a huge amount.
He's able to
untraceable bills.
Exactly, all little bills, ones, fives, tens, 20s, maybe some 50s, maybe some hundreds, but mostly ones, fives,
but
10s, and 20s. But
it's not like it's banded from a bank or something. Like this is stuff that feds loose. Don't even know about.
Yeah, exactly. It would be really hard to like follow the serial numbers on any of this.
Yeah.
So he is able to carry the 2 trash bags of money about the length of 7 football fields. And that's apparently when his will collapsed. 7
now
football
I can
fields
see
later.
why he didn't make it to the big show.
You see what the coaches saw.
I do see
a lot
what
of
they
quit
saw
in that
now.
boy.
There
A lot
is
of quit.
He's on Miami season up.
So what does he do at this point? Now that his will has collapsed, well, he drops the 2 trash bags with this life-changing amount of stolen money.
Jeez, yeah.
And then he just runs off into the woods. Like he's still able to
he
run.
Just left it.
Yeah, he at least leaves it. Now, as police spokesperson Cohn, we would later put it, quote, "There's no such thing as the perfect crime."
Did he tell people he ran off, or did he actually get seen? Because I feel like he'd be like, yeah, then I just sprinted away really nimbly rather than being like limping and crying.
Holding his back.
Oh, God.
Turned his ankle. He's like limping away. Oh, I didn't see that long. Now, Elizabeth, before we get to the police investigation into Devin Aguilar's masterminded robbery, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you ever wonder about the weight of money?
I've actually calculated it for this show.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Times,
but you ever just sat around wondering about it?
No, not really.
Yeah, before you had a reason, a cause like this show, did it ever cross your mind?
Not really.
No. Okay. Well, quick little summary on money. Before we had paper money, American currency was issued as coins. Then this is also, by the way, a millennia-old tradition, one that dates back to many different places where the first money
We're
ever
doing
minted.
the Mehmet of
No,
it all.
I'm not going to take you all the way back to Mehmet II. Now, in 1862, during the American Civil War, the U.S. printed its first banknotes that were paper money, right?
Yes.
Those dollar bills were much bigger back then. Naturally, this leads to a wave of counterfeiting, which we've discussed before.
Yes.
There are estimates that during the Civil War, 1/3 to about 1/2 of the U.S. money was counterfeit money, which is just insane.
Right.
Which is also then why the Secret Service is created to investigate all the many counterfeit money operations that are eroding like the public faith in the U.S. monetary system.
And the economy.
Later on, the Secret Service, they become protectors of the president, but they first started as protectors of dead presidents.
Yes.
AKA them dollar bills, y'all.
Right.
Now, anyway, back to the weight of money. A dollar bill is a blend of cotton and linen, so it doesn't weigh a lot, right? It's not really paper, which is partly what gives it its weight, is this lightness of the fabric.
Yeah.
So a brand new dollar bill weighs 1 gram.
1 gram.
Now, it's the same weight for any denomination.
That's good to know.
They're all the same size. A $5, a 10-spot, $20 bill, a Benjamin, whatever you got, 1 gram.
1 gram.
Which means if you have 1.2 million in hundreds, it would weigh far less than 1.2 million in $1 bills.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be actually be like 100 times less.
Yeah, and if you had
Like
100
grams less.
you had 120 $1
Per gram.
bills, it would weigh the same as a cup of flour.
Okay, really?
120 grams.
Now, for a more median amount, I don't know the flour conversion on this, but a more average weight, if the stolen loot was $50 bills, $1 million would weigh about 20 kilograms, or roughly 44 pounds.
Huh, okay.
So that's if the $1 million was all $50 bills, it would weigh 44 pounds. But since the delivery load that Devin Aguilar stole is like all the profits from professional pot sellers, the money in the 2 trash bags is likely a mix of denominations, all sorts, right? So it's nearly impossible to know how much these 2 bags actually weighed.
Yeah.
I couldn't find reports of it, but let's just say each bag weighed about 60 pounds. All right? Let's just be healthy.
He should have had a couple of those blue IKEA bags because I've found
you can carry a lot more weight.
I can carry I can pick things up like, oh, I can't lift this. I put it in a blue IKEA bag,
Suddenly
slick it on
you're
my
stronger.
shoulder. I can carry anything.
Just distributes weight
oh my
differently.
God, it's crazy.
Lessens gravity's pull
yes,
on you.
it's just magic IKEA.
And those sweets, I'm telling you. They make a great meatball and a damn good bag.
You know what? Exactly. And I thank them for that.
So Devin Aguilar, he's carrying this, we'll say 60 pounds of money across rough, uneven earth, trying not to turn an ankle.
So he's carrying intern Rosie.
Yeah, over like on each shoulder, right?
Okay.
So that's like a hell of a struggle, having 2 Rosies, intern Rosie, over your shoulders.
I couldn't do it. I mean, I could put her in an IKEA bag.
I doubt he was still in NFL shape at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So I'm sure it was like a little extra heavy to him. And then once all the adrenaline starts to drain away and you're like 7 football fields away from where you started running.
Yeah.
And I'd like to think if you do plan to throw your stolen loot into 2 black trash bags and run off into the woods, hopefully to get to like a getaway car.
Yeah.
But I'd hope that you would practice before you get to the robbery.
Yeah.
I mean, like treat it like a workout. Build up some endurance.
But I mean, I could see like saying, okay, I'm going to disappear into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
But I would want to, you have to like maximize your time.
Yes.
So how long is he going through the woods? How far?
Total, I don't know, at least 7 football fields.
That's just insane. It's like, you should have something maybe at the edge of the woods, hide your getaway at the corner of the woods.
Yeah, I think you need definitely a driver who's ready to go.
Or maybe just don't involve the woods.
I don't know. I love involving the woods in crimes. So remember, they say he planned this for 6 months, and at no point does the weight of the money come up.
No point.
So anyway, after he runs that 7 football fields, carrying all the cash with the 2 trash bags over his shoulder, his body gives out. All he can do at this point is drop the stolen money and just try to get away on his own without getting caught.
He didn't just take some of it either?
No, and he has to know that the police are. Well, actually, I don't know for certain, but I do know that he left the vast majority in the woods.
He just shoved a bunch of stuff in his pockets.
The police are going to be swarming the area, so maybe he can put 10 grand down his crotch and keep running or limping away. But so this is exactly what happens. The police are soon swarming the area because the driver called 911 like as soon as he ran out the door. So time is ticking as soon as he starts running those 7 football fields.
Yeah.
When the sheriff's deputies from Arapahoe County arrive, they scour the area looking for signs of Devin Aguilar's escape route. Maybe they get lucky, find some clue to who he was or which way he fled. Instead, the deputies get super lucky, Elizabeth, because they didn't just find a clue. They found 2 trash bags of cash in the woods.
Amazing.
They also found a key clue. My man must have been sweating up a storm when he was running because he pulls off his gloves, and then he made the mistake that would cost him his freedom. Elizabeth, my man, left his gloves behind in the woods with the 2 bags of cash.
What?
With all of
just stripping down.
They do. What are you thinking?
He left like a swab from inside his cheek.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm so hot. Let me just.
This one's for tea. So, of course, the gloves had DNA all over them. The cops ran the gloves, as they say on Law & Order, SVU. They got a hit in the database. So
Teru got a hit.
So Aguilar commits, because he had committed this earlier robbery, and so his DNA is in the system. And his DNA profile is, now being used by all the, law enforcement in Colorado.
Sure.
So at this point, the deputies begin their investigation, knowing that they're looking for Devin Aguilar. So
Devin.
So yeah, unless he immediately makes his run for old Mexico, he's pretty much going to be rounded up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So they also know that he targeted this specific cash transport driver at the time that they have the most money. So this is indicating it's an inside job.
Uh-huh.
So what do? They investigate all the employees for the cash transport business. And wouldn't you know it, they found Devin Aguilar's boo, Fawn Hoya. She's in a relationship with Aguilar because you just open her phone, there's all these pictures of him.
It's like her lock screen is him in his Titans uniform.
Totally. Hand out doing the Heisman pose, but pantsless. Now, when she was questioned, she denied any knowledge of the robbery or her boyfriend's plans to rob her employer.
She left him out to dry.
Oh, yeah, she tried to, but that water was like king tide. It was coming in too quick. When the cops searched her phone, they found all those videos she'd recorded for him.
Oh my God, that's
where
right.
She's talking
that's right.
baby, you got to see this doorway here. If you use this, you can get to the garage over here. So, and they also discovered the photos she'd taken. Remember his sketched out blueprints, his detailed plans of the robbery, need, pry bar, need black gloves. Need trash bags, right?
It has their initials, plus with a heart around it, and then dollar signs.
Get paid. That's the last number on it. So at this point, Fawn stops lying to the deputies. She agrees to flip on Aguilar.
Smart.
And the deputies, they used her to set up a trap for him. And so while she's still in police custody, before the news of her arrest breaks, the deputies have her call Aguilar. And of course, they record the call as evidence.
Yeah.
So Fawn phones Devin Aguilar, and she says that the cops have been around to question her. She tells them how they found her, which is in how they were likely to track him down too. And while the cops are in there listening on the phone call, right? And Fawn tells Devin, "You left your gloves, dumb." So hearing her say that, he doesn't think maybe she's in police custody and my words are being used to incriminate me.
Right.
Instead, he does quite the opposite. He gets immediately heated, shoots back, "But how would they know it's me? Why do you question my brilliant masterminded plan that only lasted 7 football fields?" So I guess he didn't realize how effective DNA is in a police investigation.
Yeah.
Once they had Fawn's cooperation and the damning DA evidence, pretty much they're done. So Fawn takes a plea deal. Eventually she agrees to testify against her now former boyfriend. For her efforts, she gets tried, convicted, sentenced to 6 months behind bars. Now, armed with her testimony and phone evidence, law enforcement, they round up Devin. They arrest him too.
Yeah.
In his trial, the prosecutors treated him as the mastermind of the cash transport robbery. They say it may have been a May-December romance, but he's the brains of this organization.
I'm not buying.
I don't know. So once Devin realizes that he's facing a certain conviction, he flips his plea deal and pleads guilty to felony theft, felony aggravated robbery, right? In his trial, like during sentencing, Aguilar tells the judge, I'm taking full accountability. I was ashamed, but I'm no longer ashamed. For accountability has been taken. I'm ready for another opportunity. He's like talking to his coach. You know?
That's exactly what it sounds like.
So his lawyer takes the same tack, tells the judge he's embarrassed that he let his family down, that he let his community down, that he let himself down.
But he's got good hustle.
That was out of his character. He still has good, he's got good spring. You've seen him. That boy can get up. Now, which is an interesting argument since his DNA obviously is already in the law enforcement database. So I don't know if this is like doing something that's really out of his character, as the lawyer pointed out, but whatever. Let's get past that unfortunate little fact.
Yeah.
When all is said and done, the prosecutors want a sentence of 15 to 20 years for a failed robbery. I guess he pulled it off, but he didn't get fully away.
Yeah.
The judge listened to the recommendations and was like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Oh, that's good.
I love that. The judge is like, 15 to 20 years, all right? You got how far? 7 football fields? No, I'm not doing that. So the judge opts for a much lighter sentence, as in 1 year behind bars.
Oh, wow. That is much later.
He ends up serving 7 months of that sentence in his release. So there you go, the criminally ridiculous post-NFL life of this modern-day Moonlight Graham.
This poor fella.
Elizabeth, I have one last question for you.
Yes.
What's a ridiculous takeaway here?
Oh, my goodness. I think it's interesting where he has, he's talking to his coach about, I've got accountability. Mm-hmm. Like, there's some things that get so ingrained in people early on. And you know that, football was his life.
For most of his life.
So, it bums me out. Not everyone can make it.
Of course not.
We know that. But to come so close and to taste it, and then I can see where it's like, then what are you going to do? Especially like I said, if you don't have a degree. I mean, there are plenty of great jobs without degrees, honestly.
Sure,
but
he could get into the trades. He could open his own business.
Yeah,
There's a lot
and
of
it's
options for him.
there are a lot of things that people can do. But I mean, this guy, to have it taken away from you like that. Mm-hmm. When you never really had it. But
and it's such a public fashion, where you go back to your community and people are like reading that review.
That was insulting. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's why we just need to abolish football.
You stop it.
We'd have less crime.
Super Bowl week. That is heresy.
Happier folks. Yeah.
How dare you?
I know. How dare me?
Well, my ridiculous takeaway, thank you for asking,
go ahead,
Elizabeth.
Please.
I just told you 2 football stories and you didn't even bat an eye.
I know. They were so good. They were so good. I think I like football now.
I was hoping so. 42 blue.
Ow.
So you in the mood for a talkback? You want to hike this all down?
Yes, I am.
Producer D, can you favor us with one?
Talkbacks. Oh my God, did he just say that?
OMG.
Hey, Zaron and Elizabeth. I just turned on an episode and Zaron was talking about Lance Armstrong and how he and his friend used to say, Lance. Well, my son and I were the same. When he was about 12, whenever we saw somebody in a cycling gear and all that, we'd go, Lance Armstrong! And we still do it to this day, and he's 32.
Yes.
I love it. I like the way you say it too. Lance Armstrong.
That was amazing.
It's so good.
Thank you so much for that. My face literally hurts from smiling after that. So, as always, you can find us online, Ridiculous Crime, Blue Sky, Instagram, some other places, I think, like the Ridiculous Crime Pod on YouTube. That's
23andMe.
POD. So we also have a website, ridiculouscrime.com, and I think we were nominated for the Best Sugar Daddy of the Year account. Yeah, mostly for the gifts. So go there. There's gifts and there's merch, and you can have fun with all the design. It's amazing. Also, we love your talkbacks, so please go to the iHeart app, download it, leave a talkback. Maybe you get to hear your voice here. We'd both like to hear it.
Yes.
Email us if you want, also ridiculouscrime@gmail.com. We love hearing your stories, and we've been collecting some good ones, so please keep them coming, and we will do a mailbag once we have a bunch that we really like. We're getting close, so thank you for that.
We're getting there.
As always, thank you for listening, and we will catch you next crime. Ridiculous Crime is hosted by Elizabeth Dutton and Zaron Burnett. Produced and edited by the New England Patriots strength trainer and two-time NFL's Walter Payton Man of the Year winner, Dave Kustin. And starring Annalise Rutger as Judith. Research is by the co-authors of the People's Encyclopedia of Sports-Related Crimes, Marissa Brown and Jabari Davis. Our theme song is by our resident house band, Do You Even Lift, Bro? A.K.A. Thomas Lee and Travis Dutton. The host wardrobe provided by Botany 500. Guest hair and makeup by Sparkle Shot and Mr. Andre. Executive producers are the two top-selling corn seed salesmen for Magical Time Machine Cornfields, Ben Boland and Noel Brown.
Ridiculous crime.
Say it one more time.
Ridiculous crime.
Ridiculous Crime is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.